Welcome to Fractal Bitcoin.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this is your daily news short video. And let's check out the price chart here. This is the 10-second Bitcoin price update. Well, we made a 21-month high yesterday when we crossed $46,000. And right now we're at $46,700 approximately. And most likely we'll run up to $48,250. That's the next resistance level from the past. So $48,250, or we could come back down to, where we were a few days ago, 42,000, something like that. All right, that's the price update. Of course, say ETF again, I dare you. Yeah, so the ETF news is overwhelming. It's overwhelming. So, of course, multiple issuers expect the SEC approval tomorrow and live launch on Thursday. So that means they'll approve it tomorrow, which is Wednesday, January 10th. And then on the 11th is when they'll launch it on their own websites, and then people can actually start to allocate some of their investment money toward these Bitcoin spot ETFs and all that. So anyway, we'll see if it happens. It should, but we'll see. Now, this was pretty funny because once this ETF gets approved, you can see the Daniel here on Nostr said, countdown to every financial advisor suddenly becoming a Bitcoin expert in one day after reading 3 articles. Right? That's what's going to happen. All these mainstream guys are gonna be all of a sudden they're experts, right? So you got to be careful. This is one of the things that I warned about in the title of this video. Beware of these people who are now all of a sudden they think they know what Bitcoin is and they whatever. It's like, be careful. So Derek Ross says, translation, countdown to a plethora of bad advice and incorrect statements from traditional finance bros. Yeah, so just be careful. That's one of the things you have to beware of. And the other thing is self-custody versus the ETF, okay? So a lot of the Bitcoin maxis are saying, you shouldn't buy the ETF. You should just buy regular Bitcoin and then hold it in your own wallet, right? In your own custody. Yes, that's the best way to buy Bitcoin every time, no matter what. If you can buy Bitcoin directly and put it in your own hardware wallet, that's the best. It's always the best. But what these Bitcoin maxis don't understand is that a lot of people have money in their investment accounts, in their 401k, and they can easily, if there's a spot Bitcoin ETF, they can easily allocate some of that money to the spot Bitcoin ETF. Whereas if they had to take that money, withdraw that money out of their 401k, they're going to pay a huge penalty, and it takes time, and it's just a bunch of nonsense. So for some people, it makes sense to just put some of their investment money into the spot Bitcoin ETF, but the Bitcoin maxis are right. The best way to do it is to buy it and hold it in your own self-custodial wallet, which I will link to this article. If you're not sure what a self-custodial wallet is and all that, this article will help you. It's basically having a hardware wallet that you own, and that's where you store your keys for your Bitcoin. You don't leave your Bitcoin on the exchange where you bought it, like Coinbase or wherever. You don't leave it up there because it's up there, and if something happens to Coinbase, it might disappear. It's happened many times in the Bitcoin space before, right? So this just in, let's move to, just in. The Central Bank of Iran announces Iran and Russia don't require SWIFT to transact. So SWIFT is, I made some notes here about SWIFT. It's basically a system, it's a global system for settling financial transactions, and SWIFT stands for Society of Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. Okay, it's an old system. It's run by the G10, so the biggest 10 countries in the world, or the G10. I don't know if they're the biggest financial, in terms of market cap, but they run SWIFT. And now here's Iran and Russia saying, yeah, we don't really need to use it anymore if we don't want to. And so this is just the tip of the iceberg. We already know the BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, they're all planning on having their own financial way to interact without the US dollar and without the SWIFT system. They're creating their own system. So this is how the US dollar is going to just go down and collapse over time. It might take 10 years, 20 years, whatever, but this is how it happens, right? Everybody who was on the US dollar global standard they're now getting off. And good for them. Why not? And here this is a cool webpage, Vote for Better Money. Bitcoin is sovereign because it's a new system, independent from corrupt politicians. Every 4 years, we vote for someone who says they'll make things better. They promise to fix big problems like corruption, schools, and inflation. But even after they win, things don't really change. Instead of trying to change things from within our broken system, Bitcoin has built a new system. Bitcoin has built a system that isn't controlled by politicians. Bitcoin has built a system that is open to everyone. Bitcoin has built a system with core American values like freedom and respect for hard work. Bitcoin gives you the freedom to save your money without restrictions. It gives you the freedom to spend your money without restrictions, to spend your money and save your money without restrictions. And Bitcoin restricts politicians from being able to print more of it. No one can print more Bitcoin. Uh-oh. See, I clicked it. It was a link. I didn't. Sorry. No one can print more Bitcoin and cause inflation. Bitcoin works today without empty campaign promises or requests for donation. Bitcoin is sovereign. Bitcoin is better money. And I was just speaking to one of my friends who's from the baby boomer generation, an older gentleman, and my mother, who's that age, mid-70s. I'm telling you, people that old, I haven't met one person that old that even understands what's going on at all. They all just watch the mainstream media and they just believe whatever they're told, and it's pretty crazy. So let's move on. More adoption. Nigeria's central bank softens its stance and it permits bank accounts for Bitcoin companies. So yeah, Nigeria, for the last few years, since 2021, it came out hard against Bitcoin. It basically banned Bitcoin, and now they're softening their stance. See how opportunistic all these people are? As soon as it's going to be better for them to embrace Bitcoin, they do. I'm telling you, man. Now here is an upcoming Adoption Bitcoin Cape Town conference, and it's the reason I have this here is because these are local conferences and local circular economies. You can see they're going to help fund the establishment of a new Bitcoin circular economy project in South Africa. And there's other projects like Bitcoin Beach and Bitcoin Ecosy, which this is Bitcoin Ecosy right here. And it's building a Bitcoin economy in a South African township. So these are local people coming together, organizing, and creating a circular economy with Bitcoin. And why not? Now, we'll see what governments think about all this, but governments are going to accept Bitcoin. So, I mean, they'll tax it, of course, but they're not going to ban it. They're not going to raid your house and try to take your Bitcoin, right? So, and of course, not of course, but this is Nostr Phoenix, and they are announcing their first musician to confirm for Culture Shock, which is an event that's happening on February 17th. This is Sarah Jade and her latest EP, Sink or Swim, and it's on Wavelake. So Wavelake is a platform which you can musicians can put up their music and people can listen to it, but they can also zap Satoshis to the artist directly. So it's really pretty cool. Wavelake. I'll link to everything down below, by the way, don't forget. And of course, Derek Ross is having a Twitter Spaces tomorrow. I'll put this in the description as well. Bitcoin and Nostr, the purple pill and the orange pill. And don't forget, the boss was on TV recently. Yeah, this is the boss. That's Satoshi Nakamoto, the CEO of Bitcoin. All right, we're kidding. That's just a joke. There is no CEO. That's it for today. Check out the website, fractalbitcoin.com, and also join our locals community where we can hang out and chat. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like and all that, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.